Hey kids, it's me, Toni Homeperm, the singing diva of Long Island, and I'm in a very red dress today because I decided finally, to use my Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer palette from Colourpop. I ordered this as soon as it launched, and it has been sitting with all my new palettes, waiting to be used. Today is actually the day after Christmas. But, Christmas is sort of like, we kind of extend it until New Year's Day. I mean, really, don't we? I mean, you still have the tree up and people are still, unwrapping presents and, playing with the presents. And, maybe today people are able to get batteries because some of the presents, you opened them up yesterday on Christmas Day and you didn't get batteries. And it's like, oh, I got this wonderful toy, but oh no, I didn't get the batteries and everything's closed. So today may be the day that you get to put the batteries into that special toy and get to play with it. Today, of course, though, we are playing with the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer palette from Colourpop, and beautiful packaging, front and back. I don't want to blind you with the mirror, but it has that beautiful cutout, and there is the palette itself. I mean, it's not like it's not the greatest color story. It's fairly neutral. It's very Colourpop. Colourpop has they've got their shtick, and they pretty much stick with it. And this palette is pretty much in the Colourpop wheelhouse of color stories. I mean, let's admit it. These very warm brown reddish tones. It's just that little bit of green thrown in there. I mean, really, if you didn't have those there, I mean, that could be just almost any Colourpop palette. But I do have to say the packaging on the palette itself is really, really beautiful. So if for nothing else, I'm glad I have it in my collection just because of the packaging. Now, I did swatch the palette, so let me throw the swatches up on the screen for you. Okay, so here we have the swatches, and going in order from left to right as they are in the palette, we have a sort of a light taupey shimmer called North Pole. Then we have a taupe matte called Mush Mush. Then we have a sort of light rosy matte called Independent Together. Then a more sort of a light clay matte called Eat Eat. Then there is Lots of Tinsel, which is I would call it a sort of a light copper shimmer. Then we have Elf Practice, which is a light minty shimmer. Then we have Misfit Toys, a pink shimmer. Handsome Nose, which is the reddest color in the palette, and that is a red shimmer. Snowbank, which is a kind of a gold champagne shimmer. Little Buck, a sort of a chocolatey brown matte. Christmas Time, a kind of like an evergreen matte. Gadzooks, more of a cool tone brown matte. Up, Up, and Away, which is kind of, how should I describe it? Kind of a dark, taupey, coppery kind of a shimmer. Then is Full Power, which is a burgundy matte. And last but not least, Ready Santa, which is a very dark brown chocolatey matte. Okay, so those are all the swatches of the palette themselves. Now, when I get into showing you my application of the colors to create this look, I did run into an issue with Full Power and Ready Santa. And the issue is really that when you apply them to the eye, they really don't look the way they do in the pan. It's weird because they swatched really good. They looked very much like the color that it is in the pan in the swatches, but I don't know what happened. Once I started putting them on the eye and blending them out, they went very purple. And you're gonna hear me go on about the purple quite a bit when you see me creating this look. If you like these kind of videos where I take an eyeshadow palette and I create a fabulous drag look, then you need to subscribe to my channel. And you do that very easily. Just hit the subscribe button down below. So I think that's everything I need to tell you up front about the palette. What we're going to do now is rewind, go back in time, and I'm going to show you how I created this look with the Colourpop Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer palette. And after the tutorial and we come back, I'm going to have a very special surprise guest for you. So be sure to stay tuned. Okay, and I'm back. I glued my eyebrows down, base foundation, did new eyebrows. The coverage of the eyebrows is sort of like, because I'm trying to use up old foundation, and I just used like this L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear foundation, and it's okay for like this area of the face, the forehead, but it's not so great at going over the eyebrow area that I glue down and do color corrector on. But I think it'll be okay once, all the eyeshadow is on. I'm trying to use up this, old drugstore foundation. I have to say, though, that L'Oreal Fresh Wear, just definitely not as much coverage as the as my Maybelline, this one, which is, I think, almost empty. Yes, the Super Stay. I think this is a much better foundation than the L'Oreal. Anywho. So, our look for today with the Colourpop Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer palette. The color story is, it's okay. It's just okay. I really got it for the packaging. And today is the day after Christmas that I'm filming this, and I'm just like, I gotta make a video with this thing, otherwise it's like, might as well wait till next Christmas. So, it's going up after Christmas, but c'est la vie. What are you gonna do? So, I think we're gonna be doing sort of a reddish look today, because last night for my Christmas special, I did a very green look with the Peachy Queen Holiday Special palette. We can't actually say the name of what it is. So I think it's going to be reddish. So I think I'm going to start with this color, Independent Together, that one right there. And then we'll be deepening it up with the reddish tones. And this is just going to be sort of a chill, doing a drag look. No shows to do. Today is December 26th, the day after Christmas, and it's a Sunday. It's very, 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 very pale, very soft. But that's okay. I need a fluffier brush for what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to switch to that. Very, very, it's a very soft color. but it'll act as our transition color. Very, very, very light. I usually just don't even start a drag look by doing something so light, but we're not going anywhere today. We're just playing with makeup, and that's okay to do. You know, some people have their video games, and you know, they want to go online and watch TikToks and Reels for hours on end, which is fine. And what we like to do is pull out a makeup palette and play around with it and create a look. So that's what we're doing today, right, kids? So as I was saying, today is Sunday the 26th, the day after Christmas. My husband and I, you know, we don't really do anything special for Christmas. I mean, we don't even exchange gifts. It's like, just like, we just don't even feel it's necessary. And we are happy about that. I did my little Christmas special last night that streamed on Facebook and my YouTube channel and my Twitch channel. I don't even know why I bother with Twitch. I think I get like 0.03 views. How do you get 0.03 views? Oh, too funny. Too funny. I know some people would probably get very, very upset about that, you know, but I'm over it. You know what? If I get views, great. If I don't get views, whatever. I'm doing what I want to do. Okay, so as I was saying, that gave me a little bit of wash of color. It's not usually the way I do my eyes, but whatever. It's fine. So now, let's go in with. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with some of Full Power, this nice burgundy color. Let's see what that does. You never know sometimes with a burgundy. Is it gonna look burgundy on the eye, or is it gonna turn purplish? I've had that experience quite a bit recently, where I thought the color I was going to get on the eye would look like what's in the pan, but you start applying it to the eye, and all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, that's not what that color looks like in the pan. What's going on? I mean, I always make the looks work. Yeah, and you know what? I think it was another Colourpop palette that did that. And I'm seeing the same sort of thing here. See, that color, Full Power, looks very reddish brown burgundy in the pan. And now I'm applying it, and I'm seeing a lot of purple. So I wonder if that's showing up on camera. And we've got some nice creasing there. We're just gonna tap that out. Look at that color on the eye, and Look at that in the pan. See, to me, that's like, in the pan it looks like a brick red, but I'm getting like this light purple color on the eye. I mean, I don't dislike it, but I was hoping I would be getting a more reddish brown color. Well, we're just going to slowly build that up. And I think after these, because this is about the second or third layer, I'm going to have to go over that with something more brownish. That looks so purple. That really looks so purple compared to how it looks in the pan. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm really, really surprised at that. Okay, I need to just get this eye up to this same level, and then we're going to go in with something else. Okay, I'm back. I did the same thing on the other eye with that color Full Power. I'm just really, really surprised how purple this color looks. It's so maroon and reddish looking in the pan. But I see light purple. I'm not really quite sure how it's going to look like in the video. But I don't know. I see a light purple. Which is okay. I don't dislike light purple, but it's not what I wanted. All right, but I want this to be more reddish brownish, so I think I'm gonna go in with this dark brown color called Ready Santa. Let's see what happens with that. I'm using the same brush. I just did a color switch, and we're gonna go in with that. One thing I have to say is the blend is really nice. Absolutely no fallout. Not really much kick up in the pan with this palette. So if those things are important to you, I thought I would let you know. So just going to slowly build up this color. I'm in that sort of a mood today where I want to try to get a really soft blend. As I was saying, I'm not going anywhere, not doing anything. Very low-key kind of a day. So we will just slowly build up this color. What is it again? Ready Santa. The darkest brown in the palette. Okay, well it's blending really nicely. As I was saying before, you know, it's giving me some nice depth, although I'm seeing it looking like it has more depth in my camera monitor than I actually do in the mirror. Well, I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, sneezing done. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna keep playing with it. I'm gonna go and do the same thing on this eye, and then we'll be right back. Okay, I'm very confused with this palette. I thought I was going to get a reddish brown look, and I feel it's very purple, and I don't understand it. Okay, there's the full power, that reddish maroon color, and there's Ready Santa, and I almost feel like Ready Santa has sort of given me sort of a dark grayish tone. I mean, I just don't feel like these colors are what I'm seeing on the lid. It's really bizarre. I don't dislike the colors. It's just that I'm like, these aren't the colors in the palette. It's weird. I think what I'm gonna do though is re-intensify Full Power and Ready Santa, and deepen them up some more. Blend out the edge with that first color independent together, and then we'll be back to work on the lid. We'll see how it looks. Okay, I'm back. I just kept continuing with blending and blending. One thing I do have to say, this is a very buildable formula. You know, the blending is very smooth. I don't see like any patchiness. So I think if for somebody who's like starting out in makeup, this is probably a very, very good palette, because it does allow you to start out softly, and you can build upon the colors to layer the intensity and all that jazz. So I did that, and then I put on some NYX Glitter Primer, and we've reached a milestone, kid. We have finally emptied our glitter primer tube. I don't know how many years I've had it. I have a new, fresh one ready to go. Had it for years. That stuff is great. So we're going to go in with some shimmers on the lid now. And where is my Kaleidos packing brush? That's the one that I prefer to apply my shimmers. It's hiding. Found it. Okay, so I'm going to start by, like, on the outer edge, going in with this red shimmer, Handsome Now. I'm not going to do too much of that. I really want like a lighter shimmer, probably the Misfit Toys color, on the majority of the lid. But I'm curious to see how this will look. See, that's so reddish. It really makes what's already on the eye look so much more purple. This is weird. This is just so weird. But it's a nice red shimmer. I mean, I will give it that. All right, now I'm gonna. I don't want to do too much of that though, because I want the rest of the eye to be a light shimmer. So I'm gonna go in with this one, Misfit Toys. Because I want that to be really light against the matte colors that we've already put down. Okay, it's not the greatest shimmer, but it's okay. I'm just I'm really annoyed with how purple those first two mattes look though. And I mean, look at this shimmer. Welcome nose. No, handsome nose. You see, it's so red. See, I was hoping that the other colors that I first put down were going to be more reddish, and they are not. Well, I think that's the best that I can hope for with this. So I'm gonna um, do the same thing on the other side, and then I'll decide where we go from there. Okay, I'm back. So I did the shimmer on the other side, and I did a little bit of liner work on the top of my eyelid. Very, 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 very tiny, tiny little wing. And I guess now we're going to smoke out the bottom of the eye, and the look is what it is. I just can't believe how purple it looks with these brown and red colors. So I'm going to go in with Ready Santa down here. And a little bit of full power. Okay, just going to do the same on the other side, and finish our look up off camera. And I'm looking to see how the shimmer looks. I mean, I think it looks okay. Not positive. All right, I'm gonna hop off camera. Gonna finish everything off, and we'll come back and we'll see what we have. And we're back, and here it is, my finished drag look. I decided to go for kind of a bit of a vintage retro look because, of course, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's a pretty old cartoon at this point. I mean, it was already old when I was a little kid, so I figured just go for a bit of a retro look. This is a brand new wig that my husband did. It's actually a vintage wig that he found on eBay, and he bought it and he redid it and restyled, and I really love the look. I think the complete finished look I am very, very happy with, and actually we have a surprise guest for you. Rudolph himself. Hello, Rudolph. How are you? Oh, he's good. He's good. So, Rudolph, what do you think of my look? Do you like the look? Oh, he likes the look. Um, do you like my red dress? Yes, yes, because red that's like your favorite color, isn't it? Yes, of course, because that's the color of his nose. And don't you love the red tones in my eyeshadow look? Rudolph? Hmm? Hmm? It's red, isn't it? It's not red. It's not red. It really isn't that red, is it? But what can we do? But on the whole, it works, right? It's okay. All right. Well, we'll get back to you in a little bit, Rudolph. Okay, so what did I do off camera to finish up the look? Of course, there was contouring, highlighting. I used the palette for my cheek highlight. I just went back into this color, Misfit Toys, that sort of pink champagne shimmer, and I like it as a highlight. I think it looks really good. I'm just realizing I didn't put my beauty mark on. Hold on one sec. Okay, now I feel complete. I have my beauty mark on. I mean, without the beauty mark, I mean it it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work for me. Now, let me continue with what I did to complete the look. On the lips, I used, as a base, my Too Faced Melted Matte lipstick, and this is in the color... Do we know what color this is? It's typical Too Faced. The color is called Suck It. Yeah, this is what it's old. I mean, I just really don't even buy anything from the brand anymore, but there you have it. And I went over that with a little bit of my Colourpop Ultra Metallic Lip, and this is in the color Glam, and I wanted even a little bit more sparkle, so I went back to the palette, and I used the color... Which color did we use? Oh, yes, this one, Snowbank, and I could use a little bit more Snowbank, so... Yeah, a little bit there for a little more shine. That looks really nice. Oh, and for blush, least I forget, I really need to clean this area. My Chaotic Cosmetics Bang & Blush palette, and I actually went in with the purple blush called Explode because I felt like the eye look was just looking so purple. I said, you know what, let's just go with it. So I used a little bit of Explode. It's a very powerful pigmented blush, so you just you have to be careful with it. Even somebody as fair as me, I can get away with using that. You just have to, you know, be gentle with it. Go in lightly with a pigmented blush like that when you're fair. I mean, if you're fortunate enough to have a deeper skin complexion, go in as ham as you want. But for me, my coloration, I had to be gentle with it. But I think overall, on the whole, I am really happy with this look. Now, please, let me know what you think about this look. Leave a comment down below. Tell me your thoughts on it. So, what are my final thoughts on this Rudolph palette? Well, packaging is beautiful. The packaging is just so beautiful. I mean, I'm glad I have the palette in my collection just because I really love the packaging. So, I mean, I do have to admit to that. Beautiful mirror. Sorry to blind you with it, but I just wanted you to see that cutout. It's a nice color story. Not my favorite color story. The thing that really bothered me about it was that these two colors especially, they do not look like what they look like in the pan when you start applying them to the eye. I feel that they applied very purplish on my eyelid, and I don't know. Has anyone else used this palette? Have you experienced that? I thought this color was going to be much more red maroon. Instead, it really looked so purple, and even this, what is that? Ready Santa. This dark brown also looked very purplish on my eyelid. I did not play it all with the greens. The greens are kind of an oddball in the palette because everything else is so reddish, pinkish, taupish, and then you've just got those two greens that just sort of stick out like a sore thumb. And I'd already done a green look last night, so I just didn't want to do anything else green again right now because I gotta shake it up. If I do green one day, I don't want to do green the next day. Yeah, this is the thing for me. I'm like, where is the red? Where is the red in this palette? Because, Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. But the red is, it's kind of like nowhere to be found in this palette. The red shimmer, Handsome Nose, it is red. That's probably really the only red in the palette. And even still, it's not like the reddest of reds. So the color story is a bit bewildering to me. I'm just not sure about it. You can absolutely make a really nice glam look with this palette. The mattes themselves, even though they didn't apply on the eye the way I thought the color was in the pan, they were very buildable, very blendable. I had no fallout whatsoever. You can definitely build the color up to get a rich intensity and pigmentation. But, yeah, I was just a little let down by the color story. But the actual shadows themselves are very good. And, you know, it's a Rudolph palette. I mean, how cute is that really? So, what can I say? I was just a little disappointed that the brown matte and the maroon matte they just really didn't look on the eyelid when I apply them the way they looked in the pan, and I'm not a huge fan of that. What can I say? So of course I know you're all wondering: is it drag worthy? Is it Toni HomePerm approved? Well, you know what? We're still in the Christmas season, so I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna say, okay, it's drag worthy. I mean, I was able to create a really pretty drag look with the palette, so I have to give it that. It is drag worthy. You're just maybe not gonna get the colors that you see in the palette on the eyelid. So if you're okay with that, then I guess you really won't have a problem. So yeah, we'll be nice. It's drag worthy. It's Toni HomePerm approved. It's Rudolph. I mean, come on. He's the red-nosed reindeer. So Rudolph, are you happy I said that your palette is drag worthy, that it's Toni HomePerm approved? Oh, okay. Yes, he's very happy. He's very happy that I gave it the Toni HomePerm seal of approval. So thank you for being a part of my little makeup video today, Rudolph. So I mean, come on, it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You gotta love him, right? So now, Rudolph, don't you think that if people watch this video, that they should hit the like button? Yes, right? And of course, they should hit the subscribe and the notification bell as well, so that YouTube can alert them when one of these videos comes out, right? Yes, you see, Rudolph is telling you you have to like, you have to subscribe and hit the notification bell for all my videos. Thank you, Rudolph. Now, you can always catch me twice a month on Naughty or Nice, my internet variety show that I do with the horror diva, Alexis Flame. There's also my weekly podcast, God, I'll Get You for That, Walter. That's the review show I do with Tom Cat. We watch episodes of the 1970s sitcom Maude, and we discuss it, we make jokes, we laugh, we talk about the social implications and how things were in the 70s, how they've changed in a lot of ways, and how in some ways they haven't changed at all. Of course, you can also get any of my merch, my Naughty or Nice eyeshadow palette, all those details for those things and for all the shows, all listed down below in the comments. Well, Rudolph, can you believe it? That's pretty much it for the Christmas season. I think your palette was the last Christmas palette that I had in my collection. I think, I don't know. I have so many that I still have to review. I'm not sure. But Rudolph, I want to thank you for stopping by, being part of my video here, and giving your approval to my look. And of course, both Rudolph and we want to thank all of you for tuning in. And I can't wait to see all of you in the next video. Bye-bye.